Members, let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of the society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants whom you've been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of your country and of those whose interests you've committed to our charge. Amen.
For your information, Mr. Chair. Information. It's worthy.
Honorable Minority, we've not started, so kindly you
There
will
is
inform.
a anomaly that we need to correct before we start. Remember, Honorable Speaker, our proceedings are live, and members of public are watching what is happening here. While we were waiting for you to come as a speaker, the Sergeant at Arms informed the House that we will be ready for Madam Speaker, and you have come. I think it's good to collect that anomaly because the members will be confused. We had honorable members, Madam Speaker, and now Mr. Speaker came. So it is good to note that. Let them, as they watch, let them be aware that it is Mr. Speaker who is presiding over the process today. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Minority. I hope the concerned authority will take care of that in future. Good afternoon, honorable members. We'll be having our afternoon session, and so I call upon our clerk to start.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Proceed.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Proceed.
Order number 3, messages.
Proceed.
Order number 4, petitions.
Proceed.
Order number 5, papers.
So proceed.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Under this one, we have a notice of motion from Honorable Andilo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am Honorable Andilo, Special Elect, representing the great people of Machakos County. I would wish to give the notice of motion. Honorable Speaker, that Article 43(1)(a) of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that every person has the right to the highest attainable standard of health, which includes the right to health care services, including reproductive health care. Honorable Speaker, that aware the menstruation is a natural monthly occurrence in healthy women anytime from the age of 8 years until the period of premenopausal. Further aware that menstrual hygiene is fundamental to the dignity and well-being of women, both young and old, and it is an important part of the basic hygiene, sanitation, and reproductive health to which every woman has a right to. Acknowledging that many primary school girls in our county come from poor families and are unable to afford sanitary towels on a monthly basis, aware that many of these girls are still using clothing, tissue, cotton, and rags to contain menstrual flow, exposing them to infections. Honorable Speaker, further aware that some girls often choose to skip school for a period of 1 week every month due to stigma, and others eventually opt to drop out of school, aware that at times some of them are forced to lured into promiscuity in order to get funds to purchase the sanitary towels. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give the notice of motion that this Honorable House discusses and approves that the county government, 1, partners with non-governmental organizations and sanitary towel manufacturing companies to provide free sanitary towels to our girls in primary public schools, and 2, formulates and forwards to this House a policy on insurance of these sanitary towels. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Ntilo. Next is Honorable Billy Ndao.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Judas Ndawa. Ordering brief for the Deputy Speaker, who is the MCA Kalakara Ward. He is supposed to be the one who is giving this notice. And I want to congratulate you for the factor of flexibility. You can sit here and you can as well sit there. That is an added advantage, and that is a strength. Honorable Speaker, that aware that Article 43, Sub-Article 1A of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 provides that every person has the right to the highest attainable standards of health, which includes the right to health care services, including reproductive health care. Aware that Article 57, Sub-Article D of the same Constitution mandates the state to take measures to ensure the rights of other persons to receive reasonable care and assistance from their families and the state. Aware that Article 174, Sub-Article E of the Constitution stipulates that one of the objects of the devolutions are to protect and promote the interests and the rights of minorities and marginalized communities. Aware that the National Hospital Insurance Fund, that is NHIF, reimburses our local hospitals based on the claim done resulting from patients covered in this insurance. Honorable Speaker, further aware that these amounts can be increased by registering more people to National Hospital Insurance Fund, cognizant of the fact that senior citizen age in Kenya is 60 years. And according to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics of 2019, the population in Machakos was 41,339. That is the population of those who qualify to be senior citizen. This was an increase from 32,346 in 2009. Acknowledging that this age group is very vulnerable to infections and health complications which come with old age, hence high likelihood of hospitalization, which amount to waivers for those not able to pay bills. Aware that these senior citizens have less dependents according to the insurance policies. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give notice of motion that the county government of Machakos formulates a policy, registers and pays National Hospital Fund premiums for the vulnerable citizens, senior citizens in the county, to boost the hospital claims and bail them out when hospitalized. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minority Leader. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
And this one we have a statement from Minority Leader, Honorable Nicholas Nzoka.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met today on the 29th March 2023 to prioritize business for the House as forwarded by committees and honorable members pursuant to the provisions of the Standing Order 151, Suborder 6D. The committee balloted business as follows. Tuesday morning, 4th April 2023 at 10 a.m. A, motion that the county formulates a policy, registers and pays NHIF premium for vulnerable senior citizens in the county by the Honorable Stephen Mwande. B, response on statement on closure of Mavivi Market by the Honorable Jeremiah Karloi. Tuesday afternoon, 4th April at 2:30 p.m. Motion that the county establishes management committees to oversee operations of all county boreholes by the Honorable Felix Ngoi. B, statement on status of implementation of Machakos County Cooperative Enterprise Development Fund Act of 2021 by the Honorable Dixon Maundu. Wednesday morning, 5th April 2023 at 10 a.m. Motion on issuance of sanitary towels to girls in public schools by the Honorable Ann Dilo. Wednesday afternoon, 5th April 2023 at 2:30 p.m. Motion that county makes it compulsory for road contractors to replace any trees harvested during road construction upon completion of the project by the Honorable Catherine Che. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Next is Honorable Peter Kilonzo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a statement on implementation status of locust conditional grants. Honorable Speaker, aware that Machakos County was on January 2020 infested by a swarm of locusts in Masinga sub-county through Kefa ward, which eventually spread to Bioni ward. Aware that the farmers expressed concern that their crops were destroyed by the locust, leaving their farms' lands bare. Aware that the farmers used local means to eliminate the locust manually. However, the national government conducted aerial spraying of the locust. Honorable Speaker, acknowledging that the emergency locust response project in the financial year 2021-2022 was allocated 28,384,000 as a conditional grant, which was meant to benefit 4 wards that were affected by the invasion. Noting that Bioni ward was to benefit through construction of Kwakatusian Dam, which was allocated 13 million to compensate on the damage occasioned by the locust invasion. Aware that the tenders were awarded, but the project never commenced. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to Standing Order number 42, Sabbatical 2C, I wish to seek the statement from the Chairperson on Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development. 1, what is the status of disbursement of the conditional grant funds meant to benefit organized groups in Bioni ward? 2, what is the status of construction of Kwakatusia Dam in Bioni ward? Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I can try to elaborate a bit concerning this statement. Honorable Speaker, we are aware that last year we ended the catastrophe of the locusts, which destroyed a lot of crops, and the World Bank came in to compensate farmers who their crops were destroyed. Mr. Speaker, the 4 wards was one at Masinga, we had Matungulu, we had Bioni, and I wanted to ask for this specific one from Bioni because I participated before the election when the public participation was being done. And I was there, and I have been calling to know the status of this issue. And Mr. Speaker, I wanted to seek this statement that the Chairperson on Agriculture can come and report to the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Peter Kilonzo. And so I commit.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to say something.
Kindly do.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, my name is Judas Dawa, the area MCA, my 2 ward. Honorable Speaker, I want to congratulate my brother here for this statement. It's only that the statement is missing some other important concerns. Honorable Speaker, the statement talks about the locust which invented us about 2 years ago. And Honorable Speaker, as you are aware, the locust first invented Masinga sub-county, where you come from. Then from there, the locusts came to Yatta, and they flew from Yatta to Mbioni and later to Matungulu. Honorable Speaker, when the locusts came to Masinga, an aeroplane was sent to go and spray the locusts. And when they sprayed another batch, I don't know whether I call it a batch, I call it, which is the best word? Another swarm. He invented malaria. That is Matu ward. And Honorable Speaker, when I reported the matter to the county executive, allow me, Honorable.
Point of order. Point of order.
I'm a point to
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
kindly. You are my good brother.
Point of order, Mr.
Information
Speaker.
is not.
Point of order,
I know,
Mr. Speaker.
just allow him to.
I want some guidance. Is it in order for the Honorable Minority Leader to extend or to seek information on a statement that clearly states the issue of Mbioni ward? Now he wants his ward and the sub-county of Masinga in general. So he should seek for a substantive statement for his ward and Masinga, and let the statement for the Honorable PK remain. Thank you. I just want some guidance.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The information I'm getting is not adding value, because I'm not changing the spirit of the statement. I just want to shed light on what transpired, because I was in this assembly when these things were happening. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that for the first time, the government of the day was very effective on the issue of addressing the issue of locust. I'm saying when the locust came to Matu, in fact, they did not come exactly to Matu. Matu borders Kitui. That is what we call the land after Kibandeni. B2, Yata B2. So it was just few meters to the boundary. So using common sense, it's only a matter of seconds. The locusts moved to Matu. So Honorable Speaker, we did not wait for the locusts to move to Matu. We report to the then government of Machakos, and he instructed that we be ready to spray those locusts. Honorable Speaker, the reason why I'm giving sentiments on this statement, I want also the House to know and the county to know that all those who are doing the spraying did not observe due diligence as they were doing their work. Honorable Speaker, I was called very early in the morning by the then minister, and we were told to go and light fire, so that when the airplanes on the sky, they can see exactly where we are. And they not give us instruction to move from the site when they were coming to spray. So I want the House and the county to know that my resident, including myself, we were sprayed together with the locusts. And nowadays I'm feeling I'm unwell. So as we address other issues, I also need and
Honorable, now you want to mean probably you got some.
Yes, of course, yes. So I'm kindly requesting that I be considered together with Mheshimiwa, because she came for my rescue. We be considered for special and general damages together with the residents of Yatta. Otherwise, we may stay and develop some other problems. We'll see. You hear that there is a by-election in Matu. Honorable Speaker, let this be considered also as we address other issues. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minority. I think you'll be invited in the committee on agriculture when deliberating, so that that information.
I appreciate it very much, sir. Thank you.
Another member willing maybe to say something on that? Okay, then the statement is committed to the Committee on Agriculture, and it should respond back to this Honorable House on or before the 5th day of May 2023. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 8, motion approval of report on Machakos County Executive Financial Statement for the year ending June 2022.
Thank you, honorable members. You remember we are not exhausted on this on this financial statement, and so that was read by the Chair Finance, Honorable Francis Kitaka, and so that this Honorable House discusses and approves the report of Finance and Revenue Collection Committee on financial statements of the county government of Machakos for the year that ended 30th June 2022. And now I invite members to continue debating on the motion. Honorable Ellen.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think it's like we more or less exhausted this report. Unless there's anything burning, we should be able to move forward and move on.
Point of information, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the members who were requesting that we extend the debate are not in the House. So there is no need of wasting these assemblies time for no apparent reason. So I request you call upon the mover so that we can move on.
Then I call on the mover to reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Francis Kitaka, representing the Lane Ward and the Chair, Finance and Revenue Committee. First and foremost, I want to thank the Honorable House for actively debating the motion and their contribution. And I also take this opportunity to thank the committee, the Finance Committee, for their contribution, and more so the clerks. We have deliberated more on the recommendations that we want the Department of Finance to implement, and I want to undertake to this House that we will take and do all it takes to ensure that these measures are put in place. And we shall periodically be giving updates whenever is necessary. Therefore, I thank you members for the support. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Francis. I now put the question that this Honorable House discusses and approves the report of Finance and Revenue Collection on Committee on Financial Statements of the County Government of Machakos Executive for the year ended 30th June 2022. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9. Motion approval of motion on upgrading of Kangundo Mala Road to bitumen standard.
On this one, we have Honorable Dixon Maundo. Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Dixon Maundo, representing Kangundo Central Ward. Honorable Speaker, aware that Article 189, Suborder 2 of the Constitution of Kenya on cooperation between national and county government provides that the national government and the county government shall cooperate in the performance of functions and exercise of powers. Cognizance that accessibility is the driving factor for rural development and that His Excellency the Governor, during our speech, cognizant that accessibility is the driving factor for rural development and that Her Excellency the Governor, during our speech in this assembly on 27th September 2022, vowed to improve access to roads and mobility. Aware that this mobility cannot fully be achieved without addressing cooperation between the county government, the national and the county government on shared responsibilities in the road sector. Informed that Kangundo Mwala Road, which in terms Schedule 4 of the Constitution, that deals with functions of both levels of government, is classified under the functions of national government, and the said road forms a nerve center of development and accessibility between Kangundo and the Mwala sub-counties. Further aware that in the last financial year, the national government, through its spirit of cooperation of government stated in Article 189 of the Constitution of Kenya, constructed many roads in Machakos County through the Kenya Roads Board. But this Kangundo Mwala Road, despite its strategic location, did not qualify as one of those roads. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that this House resolve that the county government of Machakos, 1, liaises with the national government to upgrade the Kangundo Mwala Road to bitumen standard in order to enhance accessibility and development across Kangundo and Mwala sub-counties. 2, allocates its share of budget in the financial year 2023-2024 and undertakes roadwork surveys in the said road in readiness for implementation of this program. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, allow me to shed a little bit of light on this motion.
Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. First of all, I want to inform this Honorable House that the said motion is meant to actually increase the revenue for the Machakos account. And this, Honorable Speaker, is through the markets that are along the same road, which, once the road is done, will improve their, will improve in market, and therefore, in the, once the market is improved, it means revenue collected will increase for the county government of Machakos. Honorable Speaker, the road we are talking about is only 23 kilometers from Kangundo to Mwala. The last bit of the said road, Honorable Speaker, was done in the 1970s. That is when the last bit to Kangundo town was done. And since then, no single kilometer has ever extended towards Kangundo Mwala Road. Honorable Speaker, as you all know, Kangundo and Mwala share a common factor, and that is farming. Kangundo is known for coffee farming. Mwala is known for other various thank you. And so, Honorable Speaker, in this juncture, I would wish this House discusses and adopts this motion such that it will assist the county government, and also as we urge the sorry, Honorable Speaker, I am trying to use a better word, but for lack of that, I would wish to say during the speech that was made by Her Excellency, the Governor of this county, she talked of cooperating with the national government. It is in this manner and point that I wish this House adopts the report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would wish to call upon Honorable Member for Kangundo North to second the motion. Thank you.
Honorable Matthew.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support this, to second this motion or statement, at least to be discussed in the House, basing that, if possible, and the matter is given a priority. It will work on 3 factors which are crucial. 1, it will increase the revenue to the county of Machakos, basing that more vehicles which are going all through to Kitui will be incorporated. 2, by basing on these measures, we are going to see also the growth of the town, especially Kangundo town, which has been overtaken by the events, especially all the way from Tala. And thirdly, by doing so, it is going to enhance at least a source of revenue to the public who are living there, and therefore make the place suitable for survival, not only for the Kangundo, equally to Mwala. Because at the end of the day, we know we are heading to the season of mangoes all the way from Mwala. And therefore, you find people from Mwala, it becomes a challenge for them since they have to take all through Machakos or the other side of Thika Road. And therefore, I second. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Matthew. I now propose the question that this House resolves that the county government of Machakos liaises with the national government to upgrade the Kangundo Mwala Road to bitumen standard in order to enhance accessibility and development across Kangundo and Mwala sub-counties. And 2, it allocates its share of budget in the financial year 2023-2024 and undertakes. And now I invite members to debate on the motion. Honorable Maike.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I take this opportunity to really support that motion, because we understand infrastructure is one of the key issues. And from what I understand, personally, I used to use that road when I used to study in the Great Kaba High School. And we used to use that road even during times for games, to come to Tala. And recently, I was there. The road it really needs the requirement what the honorable member has requested. And even as we discuss, we should also implore and look into the financial implications of upgrading. I understand at the moment the road is at 23 kilometers, as we've been informed by the honorable member. And at the moment, the road is under Kera. And it has Maram, and it is being taken care by Kera. And whatever we are requesting is a request that the county government of Machakos co-partners together with the national government. I'll say this because for us in Kalama Ward, we've had several issues, and what we did, one, we had roads, and today we were launching a road, or rather we were starting some roads, which we are in the county but we've upgraded them into Kera. There are several ways of doing it. One of the ways is seeking a petition, where if you collect 1,000 signatures from the users of that road, you can go petition Kura, and Kura will come into place, and they'll be able to help you. The second option is, we all understand that it's unfortunate that in our country, development will always go vis-a-vis people's support to the national government. I implore and encourage the honorable member, as we continue requesting, we also show support to the national government of UDA, because definitely if you will go to the roads and definitely probably ask for the upgrading of the roads, and probably your MP is on the roads throwing stone, and especially during these times, you may wait the road.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minority.
I think.
Which order? Which order? Which order? Order number what? We were. Speaker, please protect me.
I
Allow the
think
member to.
you are misleading the House when you ask us to support a political party. I think the county governments and the national government work together in a spirit of reciprocity. We cannot start supporting political parties as a house. We will work with the national government using all legal and other means, but not through political parties.
Even though the honorable member, the majority leader, has stood and he has not mentioned any point of order, so I think he was out of order to stand on a point of order without mentioning a point of order.
I think he got the permission from the Speaker. Let's proceed.
Thank you. And I think the Speaker is not being biased whatsoever, but I know the Speaker, we know he is a good person. If I were to speak my motion, I agree together with our majority leader. No person should be coerced to support government in order to get services. However, reality is that, and the history has shown that things will go to where they support, including this honorable house. If when we are putting things on the table, I was just trying to share and say we are looking at county government collaboration with the national government to go and seek for services from the national government, whereby probably whoever you are seeking through is anti-government. I tell you, it will be a tall order. My prayer is this. So protect me so that I may speak my important point. I seek your protection.
Madam, sorry, Mr. Speaker.
Let's hear from her.
I think it's very unfortunate that the honorable member is misleading us. Let us not involve the national government and county governments here. Let's not involve politics. The national government has a responsibility to give 15% of what revenue they get to the Machakos County government, and the two governments should be able to work together. So please, it is very unfortunate if you are trying to imply that the national government is not going to support the people of a certain area because the member of parliament or the member of a county assembly happens not to be from that party. This is very bad politics, and we should not allow it.
Madam, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sorry if we continue calling you Madam, you know we are used to Madam Speaker. But I want to tell the honorable member, Honorable Deti, the motion before the House states clearly that we collaborate. Now, the word collaborate means to join hands, to work together. And you cannot work together with somebody whom you are not sharing the same development agenda. I am speaking the reality. What is the cost implication? Honorable member, Honorable Ndeti, it's good you listen. It's good you listen. The honorable member, I want to let the speaker
address the speaker.
address the speaker.
Yes.
Madam,
Honorable,
I think
point of information, Honorable Speaker.
so when we are talking about collaboration,
Yes, Honorable Speaker, thank you. Mheshimiwa Mayake, kindly. Honorable Speaker, I want to inform the House and the Speaker that the member on the floor is just wasting this House time. Because it's out of what we are discussing here. We are discussing about Mwala to be abrogated. It is either yes or no. Others are stories. Honorable Speaker, make determination so that I can be able to have time to give my contribution. Thank you.
Let him finish. Let the honorable member finish.
thank you for protection. As you have understood, it looks like a coordinated attack on the member of the floor. However, I was putting my point and I was saying this, Honorable Speaker, I support the motion that Kangundo Mwala Road should be upgraded in collaboration. However, as we pass the motion, let's understand anything we pass as here becomes a law. It becomes something that the House should follow and see to it that it is done. Today, we may put a very big burden to the Honorable Governor when we pass a motion here that the road be upgraded, and 10 years down the line, it has not been upgraded. So I was saying, as we collaborate with the government, let us also seek the good way. Thank you.
Honorable Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. You know, this is a session of learning also as we discharge our mandate. Education has got no end. That is what the wise men say. Honorable Speaker, I stand here to support the motion before the House and congratulate the member from Kangundo's Central, Honorable Dixon Maundu, for coming up with this noble motion. Honorable Speaker, the road we are talking about has been talked about since independence to date. And Honorable Speaker, nothing much has ever been done on that particular road. So Honorable Speaker, the motion is seeking to request for what we call intergovernmental intervention. The county government and the national government to come together, bring resources together, and have this road tarmacked. It is as simple as that. So, Honorable Speaker, I don't want to go back to what Mheshimiwa Mayake was talking about. Time of politics is over. We know the President of the Republic of Kenya. We know the Governor of Machakos. And we know the members of Parliament, and we know the MCS. It is now our time to work for the electorate. And the electorate needs nothing else. What they want is development. Honorable Speaker, 23 kilometers, a stretch of 23 kilometers. That is a road which can even be managed by the county government even without involving the national government. Remember, the previous regime did 42 kilometers from Makutano to Kedhimani, and that is 42 kilometers. In fact, that is almost 2 times the length of this road. So what we are talking about, it is something which is manageable. But since now the issue of roads is a co-shared functions, the county government has what to do, and the national government also has its part. Honorable Speaker, it is the constitutional rights of the members of Kangundo, Mwala, and those who are in between, and also those who are in other parts and want to use that road. There is what we call freedom of movement. And when we talk of movement, it is to move from point A to point B and the other point that you intend to go. Honorable Speaker, it is the duty of the county, and it is also the duty of the national to ensure that the residents of this country, the residents of this county, enjoy that road, that right as it is envisaged or enshrined in the Constitution. it is the county to ensure that we enjoy that right of movement. And the only way we can ensure that they enjoy is to ensure that the road is passable. Honorable Speaker, if one has to be successful, you need to have alternatives. If you follow one route and there are chaos, you may not be able to reach your home, Honorable Speaker. I was born in this county. I was born in Matu, Yata sub-county, and our capital city is Nairobi. Honorable Speaker, when Kenyatta University students are rioting, residents from Yatta suffer a lot to reach Nairobi because they broke that road. Residents from Mukidimani also suffer. So I'm proposing, it is good at least we have another road. In case there are problems there, we can use another route. Remember, Honorable Speaker, the opposition leader, who is Right Honorable Raila Odinga, has called for demonstrations. And you are aware, when the demonstrations are at Githurai, and maybe a patient needs to be transported from Matu to Kenyatta National Hospital, we need another route, because the crowd is very big. Everyone can witness. The crowd is big, and we cannot assume. So I'm calling upon the county government and the national government. The shortest route from Matu to Nairobi without passing Thika is Mwala, Kangundo, to Nairobi. That is the shortest route. So if we can have this road tarmacked, Honorable Speaker, we will have assisted very many people. Honorable Speaker, patients from Muyata and Masinga have started coming to Machakos when this road was tarmacked. Before we were taking our patients to Kangundo, level 4. And that is the hospital where I was circumcised. And I need to ensure that at least we do something. Yes, it's good to say, I was circumcised there. And we need to ensure that at least we can be able to access that hospital. So, Honorable Speaker, I call upon honorable members. I know the other residents are listening to what I'm saying. We are discussing the motion which is before the House. They may ask, why are you not talking about this other road? Time for that other road will come. For today, we are discussing about Mwala, Kangundo Road, 23 kilometers. And Honorable Speaker, many promises have been given about this road. From time of Ngei, Honorable Ngei, to date, many promises have been given that bear no fruit. And I'm requesting that we do not give promises that will not bear any fruit. Let us kindly ensure that we approve this road and call upon the honorable member for Kangundo Central, the honorable member for Mbiuni and Mwala, and honorable member for Kangundo North and Kangundo East, ensure before we approve the CIDP, ensure this road is in the CIDP. Because if it is not in the CIDP, it is going to be difficult for the county to pump money in that, on that road. So, you are lucky enough we have not approved the CIDP. You can as well ensure that it is captured. Honorable Speaker, I support.
Thank you, Honorable Minority. Honorable Evelyn.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Evelyn Zeki, representing the people of Kangundo East. I don't know whether I'll be out of order or I'll be informed when I directly translate a Kamba proverb which says, cobras do not spit venom on each other. In short, government do not fight the other government, because I don't see the reason as to why the two governments might fail to work together for the development of their people, since they are serving the same people. So I'm sure in collaboration with the national government and the county government, the motion on the floor is going to go through. So I stand to support, and let me start by applauding the honorable member who came up with the motion. It's long overdue. as it has been said, that road has been the platform of most of the politicians, including the president himself, by making promises to people of Kangundo that road will be tarmacked. So I think it's the right time, and the motion is in order. To start in supporting of the motion, Mr. Speaker, we know very well transport is a key drive in socio-economic growth of every country. And this road, Kangundo Mwala Road, cuts across my ward, the ward which I represent. It's the major road. And I don't know, because Eastward does not have any piece of tarmac road, and it's a very busy road. Unfortunately, it becomes impassable during the rain season. So in the collaboration with the national government and the county government, with the value addition, it is going to bring several changes in that county, and will not only benefit Kangundo County, but also benefit other counties, sub-counties like Mwala. One, it will link Kangundo sub-county with other counties like Kitui and Makueni. And because of that, there will be economic growth, because there will be increased investment in transport sector, whereby it will create employment, and also it will make traveling easy, because there will be easily accessible of health facilities, facilities, and also easily accessible of markets. So I am total support of the motion that Kangundo Mwala Road should be tarmacked, if possible, in collaboration of national government and county government. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Evelyn. Honorable Peter Kilonzo.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this time to contribute on this fundamental motion, which has been tabled by Mheshimiwa Kava. And earlier on, and seen majority leader who was very angry and who castigated the remarks of Mheshimiwa Maeke when
Point of information.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. It's good to inform the honorable member. We don't have an honorable member by the name Kava. He is called Dixon Maundu. Thank you.
Okay.
Be guided.
Thank you for that information. Honorable majority and castigated Mheshimiwa Maeke when Mheshimiwa Maeke outrightly mentioned UDA, and I want to inform the honorable majority.
Kindly inform the chair, not the.
Yes. Through the chair, UDA in this matter, Mheshimiwa Maeke maybe was referring to Ukambani Development Annex. Therefore, there was no need of just talking about political parties in this house. Meanwhile, Mr. Speaker, I support this motion of upgrading Kangundo Mwala Road, because this road will serve the residents not only from Mwala and Kangundo, but also the residents of Machakos County. We understand very well that this road is one of the major roads that we have in connecting Mwala and Kangundo. And in Mwala, we have been experiencing challenges when we talk about the possibility of the roads. When we are going to upgrade this road and have it tarmacked, then, Mr. Speaker, will serve the purpose of Mwala. Mr. Speaker, I want to say that these services which we are asking the government to do, it's not a privilege, it's a right for the people. Because the leaders, we are holding the offices in trust for those people. And they have been paying taxes. Therefore, we are asking the government to ensure that this money is utilized very well. Mr. Speaker, on this issue, when we are saying that we need to liaise with the national government, the county government to liaise with the national government, Mr. Speaker, I find it not adding value, because when we say we want to liaise with the national government, and we understand that this road is being maintained through KERA, at no single time KERA will give money to the county government to upgrade the road. Therefore, it is either we tie the knots and say that the county government of Machakos to upgrade the road. When we are saying that we have to work in conjunction with the national government, Mr. Speaker, we want to mean that we let the national government through KERA continue maintaining that road until the time the county will chip in. Therefore, to me, I see it to be appropriate because the county government of Machakos, we have enough resources. We have enough funds. We commit this county and we say let that road be maintained by county to avoid game plays of saying let national government do this or let the county government do this. However, I support the motion with all my body parts. Thank you.
I think members, we've exhausted. So I call upon the mover to reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I am pleased by the way the honorable members have contributed into this motion. First of all, I want to say it is true that this road has been used for political gains in the past. Time has come when we should not risk the lives of our people due to politics. Thank you, honorable members, for the contribution. It is in record that actually the current president of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Samuel Ruto, while addressing the electorates from Kangundo, he promised himself to have the same road put into bitumen. So I want to thank you, honorable members, and thank you, honorable speaker.
Thank you, and thank you, honorable members. Honorable members, that road is a road that we also use so oftenly. It's a road that needs to be upgraded, honestly, and if possible, soonest possible, I do support that. Yeah, and so I hope the relevant authorities will do the needful after these members or this honorable house passes or approves this motion. I now put the question that this house resolves that the county government of Machakos liaises with the national government to upgrade the Kangundo-Mwala road to bitumen standard in order to enhance accessibility and development across Kangundo and Mwala sub-counties, and two, allocates its share of budget in the financial year 2023-2024 and undertakes road work surveys in the said road in readiness for implementation of this program. As many as are of the opinion say ayes. As many as are of the contrary opinion say nay. And the ayes have it. Honorable members, the House adjourns to Tuesday, 4th April 2023 at 10 a.m.